Hey, how you doing? This is Eric Arceneaux, and as always, thanks for checking out my MySpace music page. And if you're checking me out on YouTube, then welcome to my YouTube video channel. What an incredible past few weeks that this has been. If you've been tuning in, then you know that my management recently held auditions for my background singers that will perform with me in my big showcase in May and all my following performances, and also record with me for my upcoming album. The auditions were a major success. We had a lot of response, huge response, and just some incredibly talented people that auditioned, and I was very impressed. I did not expect it to be as incredible as it was. It was very hard to make a decision, and you don't have to take my word for it. You can watch for yourself. There's video footage of some highlights from some of the more memorable auditions, so you can check that out on my YouTube page. If you're watching me now on YouTube, then just go to my channel and watch them. And if you're on MySpace, there's a link to my YouTube page to your left. So if you haven't watched the videos yet, I won't spoil it for you and tell you who made it. Just watch. Little for real talent management idol kind of thing, and I think you'll enjoy it. Tomorrow I go into the studio to record my first song for my upcoming album. Everything's coming together really nicely finally, so soon you guys will have a finished product that you can purchase, hopefully, and it'll be worth it. I would like to thank, on my YouTube and MySpace pages officially, I really want to give a shout out and big thanks to For Real Talent Management. These guys are just incredible in how they just came in, and they're really helping me to be the best artist I can be, and the professionalism and the love that they have, it's incredible. It's like working with family, really professional, driven, talented family. So it's just incredible. I also want to thank everybody who auditioned. It takes a lot of guts to get up there and sing for strangers, and I really appreciate it. Everybody was incredible. Nobody sounded bad. I know it might be kind of hard to believe, but everybody sounded great, believe it or not, which was great for me, but at the same time it made my job a lot more difficult, and in a good way. I also want to thank Kenny Allen of a Spur of the Moment band. He was kind enough to honor us with his presence, and he sat in as a judge, and also helped run the auditionees through test of range and harmonizing skills and stuff like that, and his presence there was a huge help. For all of you guys wondering where the vocal help videos have gone, will I be doing any new ones? I want to. I've just been so insanely busy. I can't believe I'm finding the time to do this right now. I'm about to teach a voice lesson in like 15 minutes, so yeah, time is pretty tight these days. But as soon as I can, I will get to it. Again, I want to remind you guys, I do sell a home study course online. It's only $20. It's on my website, www.aapproach.com. There's a link to my site on my MySpace page too. For all of you who have sent me encouraging emails, believe that you guys make my day. Every time I read them, it blows me away. Even if I don't respond to you, please don't think that I don't care, because it means a whole lot, and I've been doing my best to get back to everybody a lot quicker than usual. So I mean, if you guys take the time out to send a message to me and you don't have to do it, I greatly appreciate the fact that you do. Then the least I can do is give a response back. While I have time, I want to answer a few questions that have been common, and I haven't been having a chance to get back to all of you guys with emails, so I'm going to answer some common questions right now. The first question is about voice lessons and my personal vocal training, and I've been getting a lot of questions about when did you first start taking voice lessons, and what kind of techniques did you study, or who did you study with, and did you go to school for it, or how old were you, how long did it take you to get good, and all this kind of stuff. So I'm going to address that now. When I was 14 years old, my choir director at my high school, McDonald 35 High School in New Orleans, told me that I was so smart, that why didn't I become a lawyer or a doctor or something like that. And she actually put me out of the choir class that I enrolled in and put me into a law studies class. And she told me that I had a weak voice and that I wasn't as good a singer as the other guys, and so she pushed me out of the class. And so I was upset at first, but then I got driven, and I told my dad that I wanted to take voice lessons, and he said, "Okay." And so I started studying speech level singing technique. And that's the technique that's very popular today. Seth Riggs is credited as starting it, and it's a technique that Luther Vandross used, and Stevie Wonder uses it, and Barbra Streisand has studied it. Michael Jackson uses it. Janet, James Ingram, Anita Baker, Beyonce studied it. You know, it's Mario. I can go on for forever. It's a very popular technique. I studied that until I was about 17, and then I began to train classically, and I worked with several classical voice instructors, but one notable one was Dr. John Ware, and I worked with him, and he really helped to open up my voice a lot as well. So it's just a lot of intensive training. So the idea that there was stuff that I could do to improve my voice blew me away, and I became obsessed, which is, if you walk past my room any time of day, I'd be doing vocal exercises. If I wasn't asleep or eating, then I was doing breathing exercises or vocal exercises. I was practicing applying technique to a song or to a certain phrase of a song, and it was just all day, every day. Now, I couldn't just sit and enjoy a singer sing. I had to dissect everything they did and how they hit their notes, and if they sounded good, why I thought they sounded good, and how they did it, and what made one person sound good in a different way from another person, and having to know exactly how and why, and how could I do that with my voice. And once I found out that I could change things about my voice, then I started experimenting with others who let me, friends who wanted me to share some of the stuff that I was learning from my voice lessons, and it just snowballed into this thing. And I started helping a friend who was a local popular musician, super talented. His name is actually Emmanuel Burke, a recording artist who's done all kind of stuff with Babyface and the other Hathaway, and he's performed with everybody. And I'm not even going to bother to try to name them all because I know I'm going to leave some out. The point is, I started working with him, and just kind of as a favor. I wasn't professional or anything like that at the time, and from him, he introduced me to other singers who I started working with, and pretty soon I started developing a reputation, and I was the vocal coach guy, the guy who helped us strengthen voices, and the guy, if you were hoarse, send them on over to Eric, and Eric will get your voice back. And that was the rep, and it just kind of carried on to the point where when I came up to DC, there were actually people who knew me already, and trust me, nobody was more surprised than I was. So it was really crazy. You never know. And I'm the guy who everybody told to give up, that it made no sense to pursue music because I had no talent or skill in it whatsoever, and now I get paid for my expert opinion every day. Y'all, I'm just so excited. Like, oh, things are flowing in a way that I guess I had faith that they would eventually, and I hoped that they would, but things are fitting in so well now. I finally have the support that I've been needing, people willing to work with me and the vision that I have, and I just can't wait to see what the future's going to bring. And again, I'm not doing all this to get the attention of record labels. I'm doing all this to get you guys' attention. I want to go right to the people. I want to have full control of my music and do the kind of music that I love, and hopefully you will love it too.